Well, welcome back, everybody. We are currently live on Twitch while we're filming this video. Hello, chat. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Blue Ridge Rock Festival is once again in the headlines all over metal and rock media. All the other YouTubers are talking about it. And it is kind of interesting because they're bringing up the fact that Blue Ridge is selling tickets for their 2024 festival. Well, they've been doing that for months now, actually. I don't know why this is a thing now, but because this is such a hot topic, I spent the last 24 hours kind of doing my own kind of investigative journalism, calling people, emailing people, trying to get details behind all of this. And I've got some answers. And those answers lead me to believe this festival is not happening. I do not think this festival is going to happen. If it does, I'll be blown away. But yeah, so this video, I'm going to try and just stay on the facts that I have. I'm going to try and keep my emotions and feelings out of it because, as most of you guys know, I was at the absolute disaster that was Blue Ridge Rock Fest 2023. I have an entire video on it. I'll link it below and I'll put it at the end, end screen if you guys want to watch it if you haven't. But there's no need for me to recap everything that happened at 2023 again. We're going to focus on kind of this year and the history of the festival. So let's just dive into this, man. So we're only going to keep this on screen for a second because we're going to come back to this later. But as you can see on Blue Ridge Rock Fest's official website, at the top, they have the 2023 logo and information, but they do have their 2024 festival passes pre-sale happening right now. Everybody in the music world is talking about this right now, like it's a new thing. But to be fair, these have been on sale since Blue Ridge last year. Their website was down for a while, but now it is back up. And I kind of perused through this, and we'll go through this later again, but some of these price levels have strikes through them already, which makes me think people are buying them, dude, which is crazy to me. But let's dive into more information because I'll tell you why I think this is crazy. The first big thing I want to talk about is the fact that it wasn't just Blue Ridge 2023 that was a big cluster for everybody. Most of them have been. But for some reason, 2023 was like kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, metaphorically. Finally was so bad that everybody was like, dude, this is enough, Some of the previous years were so bad, in fact, that Blue Ridge currently has multiple lawsuits filed against them from multiple different years. Dozens of bartenders and barbacks from the 2021 and 2022 festival filed a collective action lawsuit against Blue Ridge Rock Fest and its CEO, Jonathan Slye, who we will talk more about in a second. This suit claims that the festival did not pay its bartenders the proper amount in regular wages and overtime. Further states that the organizers kept or deducted a significant amount of the bartenders' tips from the festival. Some of these other things that are going on have been set to trial. Bench trials. That specific case we were just talking about is going to have a bench trial on October 2024. That is after this year's Blue Ridge Rock Festival is supposed to take place. There's another company, Sunbelt Rentals, that is suing Purpose Driven Events. If you're not familiar, Purpose Driven Events is the company that Jonathan Slye owns, the umbrella company that owns Blue Ridge Rock Festival. They're getting sued for not fully paying for rental equipment used during the 2022 festival. That case is set to go to a jury trial in April of 2024, next month. This local media outlet in Virginia, WDBJ7, found one lawsuit stemming from the Blue Ridge Rock Festival that happened in September 2023. Commonwealth Event Company claims the festival still owes over $82,000 in event services and rentals. Blue Ridge Rock responded to that suit in December 2023, admitting a portion of that money is due, but denies the other allegations. The festival organizers are demanding a jury trial on that one. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how that one plays out. There was another lawsuit from the festival's 2020 through 2022 social media manager, Stevie Priller, that was settled in March of last year. This employee sued for $387,000 after she claims the company did not pay her the right amount and interfered with her insurance benefits. $387,000 seems like a lot. She settled for $45,000. Okay. The Blue Ridge Rock Festival categorically and emphatically denies all allegations lodged against it, and we are very confident in our defense. The Priller vs. Blue Ridge Rock Festival suit was resolved. Also, the Sands vs. Blue Ridge Rock Festival matter is the same case and plaintiff that numerous major events are working through, including the PGA Tour's US Open. So those are just the lawsuits. Let's not even talk about the fact that so many people have not gotten refunds from 2023. We don't need to go over everything that has happened since the 2023 one again, but we've had multiple announcements from Blue Ridge Rock Festival stating that they will come to a resolution. They've never used the word refunds for anybody, but they're claiming that they can't tell fans what's going on because of specific wording in their insurance claims. The next big thing I want to talk about is how this is not just Blue Ridge Rock Festival. Jonathan Slye, the owner of Purpose Driven Events, has a long history of having his events that he's promoted have things go wrong with them. If you're not familiar with Jonathan Slye, he's actually been promoting and booking events in his area since he was very young, a teenager. He was very well known in the Christian music industry for booking bands and bringing them into his local area. And then he got into bigger festivals and stuff. The one that I want to talk about here is, I think it was like the Blue Ridge Country Festival. Now, this was supposed to happen in 2021. As you can see, some big names on there. Well, in 2021, people were stoked about this and it got canceled. The entire event got canceled. And according to this article, Purpose Driven Events quietly sent an email to ticket holders containing verifiably false information about why the festival was moved last minute from October to May, which eventually ended up being canceled. At the request of health officials, Blue Ridge Country Festival, slated for October 1st through 3rd, 2021, will be postponed until May 13th through 15th, 2022, due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the email reads. Pennsylvania Danville Health Department officials vehemently denied ever canceling the event or even suggesting that it be postponed. They said VDH did not cancel the Blue Ridge Country Festival, nor did VDH request that the promoters do so. Robert Parker, VDH Public Information Officer, told the Star Tribune Tuesday around noon. A letter obtained by the Star Tribune from Pittsville, Pennsylvania, County Administrator David Smitherman to Purpose Driven Events CEO Jonathan Slye shows the event was postponed because Purpose Driven Events holds no permits to hold the festival and is actively non-compliant with numerous different county regulations. Now, some of the things that have happened at Jonathan Slye's events over the years have been so bad that back in 2021, he went on record saying, I am unsure if I am fit to continue leading this. So 3 years ago, he was at the point where he's like, I don't know if I should do this anymore, according to his own words. Why he felt like that, I don't know. I have my guesses based on things that have been happening, but that is the big question, as somebody just said in chat. If he felt back then that he was unfit to continue leading this, why does he keep doing it? That is a big question. It just seems like there is an absolute, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a pattern. Pattern wasn't the word I'm looking for, but I'll use it. There's a pattern of horrendous events that happen with all of his festivals that are being put on. And again, this has happened for multiple years now. Not just 2023. Now, there is one thing I would like to address really quick that I've seen from a lot of people in comments in Reddit and stuff like that, is that people are like, well, why was Blue Ridge Rock Fest 2021, 2022, all of that fine, and 2023 wasn't? Well, the truth is 2021 and 2022 were not fine at all by any stretch of the imagination. The thing about 2023 is that you had multiple people speaking out about it finally. I did a video on it. Tons of other bands that were there posted about it. The stagehands that walked out posted about it. You finally had all of these people speaking out, being like, enough is enough. This is horrible. A lot of people were saying that they heard, and I heard this too, a lot of people were saying that Blue Ridge Rock Festival was sold after 2022 and that Jonathan Slye is not in control of Blue Ridge Rock Festival anymore. That is 100% not true. That is incorrect. It was never sold. It is still run by Purpose Driven Events. It is still operated by Jonathan Slye. He is at the helm. I don't know how that rumor started, but that is not true. Some people were saying they heard that Blue Ridge Rock Festival was sold to Danny Wimmer Presents for 2023. I'll tell you right now, if Danny Wimmer Presents was running this festival this year, none of this would have happened, because Danny Wimmer Presents festivals are awesome. They have a stellar reputation of being run very well. So all the rumors you've heard about new ownership of Blue Ridge is absolutely 100% not true. It is still Jonathan Slye and Purpose Driven Events. I know this because while I was there, I met with Jonathan Slye after our set. I talked to him and I told him how horrible it was, and he was definitely in charge. One thing that I do want to bring up to the defense of Jonathan Slye, there was a story that was making rounds a while back. Two men in 2008 that were accused of stealing $26 million in a Ponzi scheme from investors. And one of the men that was listed as a defendant in this is John Slye, who is the I think CEO or COO of SafeVest LLC. A lot of people reported that this John Slye was the father and or grandfather of Jonathan Slye from Blue Ridge Rock Festival. I have tried to dig up everything I could about that, and from the looks of it, that is not true. Jonathan Slye even went on record a while back saying that it has been brought to my attention that fans have uncovered a couple of articles from 2008 pertaining to a Ponzi scheme. These stories incorrectly pin my dad as the John Slye that was part of that criminal operation. Those articles were made in error, and ultimately retraction statements were aired. My dad was not at all involved in this scheme. In the official court document, the John Slye that was responsible and testified was a 68-year-old man. That would mean that the criminal's in his 80s today. My dad is currently in his 50s at present, not his 80s. The reason I said and or grandfather, I'll get to that in a second. The one thing I will say that I've not seen is he said there were retraction statements from that. I have not seen any of those. I actually saw an article that I could not find again, so this is kind of hearsay, just take my word from what I saw. I actually saw an article saying that it wasn't his father, it was his grandfather, which age-wise, that seems like it would match up. But according to Jonathan Slye, that is incorrect. All of those reports of that John Slye being a part of that criminal Ponzi scheme are unrelated to him, even though there are reporters that have reported that that is one of his family members. So I just kind of wanted to bring that up just to be fair, because I have had a lot of people tell me that as well. But from everything I've found, it seems like it's either 100% false or at the very least, it's not his dad. But let's get into the big part of this story, which is probably what everybody wants to hear about. 2024, Blue Ridge Rock Festival tickets on sale, despite countless people still waiting for last year's refunds. This is from WFXR in Halifax County, Virginia. Hold on, I see some tinfoil in chat. Guys, there's no tinfoil needed for this video. I'll tell you that right now. We're presenting actual things here. Despite the fact that hundreds of people are still waiting for refunds from last year's cancellations, pre-sale tickets are being sold right now for the 2024 Blue Ridge Rock Festival. So here's the important things. The festival website shows the event will be returning to the Virginia International Raceway in Halifax County, where it's been held for the past 2 years. However, WFXR reached out to the Virginia International Raceway and Halifax County about this. Virginia International Raceway said in a response that no official announcement has been made one way or the other, while the county says they have not been included in any planning for the 2024 event. Now, let's talk about the information I have. So after I started reading this last night, I was like, all right, let's dig in here, right? So I went to the Virginia International Raceway's website and I went to their calendar, and on their page where it has non-racing related events, like on their events page, Blue Ridge Rock Festival is not listed on there as of right now. But I will say on their calendar, their public calendar, if you go right here, it has all their events that are happening. And if you skip up to September, you will see that September 5th through 8th, when Blue Ridge is claiming that they are having their festival, it does say private testing on their calendar, and the F there indicates full course, which is the full grounds. Now, that could be coincidence. It could actually be private testing on the track. Somebody just said, can we look at the calendar from last year and see? Oh, we can. Fair point to bring up. So according to their calendar right now, the 7th through the 10th, which is when Blue Ridge happened last year, was actually just open on their calendar. It doesn't say private event. It doesn't say private testing. It was just open. And they also had a bunch of events going on leading up to the week before. So who knows, dude? That could be damning evidence right there that there's already something going on there. But here's the interesting part. I went to their contact page and I found the emails of the CEO, the senior marketing director, and I emailed them last night. I introduced myself, told them who I was, told them I tour managed a band that was there last year. Actually, I want to read this verbatim so I don't mess any of this up. I emailed them and said, the reason I'm reaching out is because Blue Ridge Rock Fest has now begun selling festival passes at an enormous fee for 2024 with no bands scheduled on the lineup. However, they claim that the festival will take place from September 5th to 8th and that it will once again be held at the Virginia International Raceway. Would any of you like to confirm or deny that this is being held at VIR once again? Obviously, we know that VIR is not accountable for anything that happened last year, as it was just the location that was rented out for the event. But I did find it interesting that after everything that happened and how many safety issues there were, not to mention nationwide media coverage, that you would hold it at VIR once again. And I did tell them, and I will like to say this right now as well, I'm not trying to make them look bad. I'm not pointing blame at VIR as well. Again, they just rented out their facility to purpose-driven events to hold Blue Ridge Rock Festival there. But on the record, And I will put this on screen on the YouTube video so you can see I'm not just full of shit. The response was, the truth is we have nothing to add right now, so we are unable to comment about Blue Ridge Rock Festival. I do appreciate you asking, and we're deep into our racing season already, so that is where our focus is. After thanking them for responding to me quickly, they responded again and said, no problem. VIR really enjoyed hosting Blue Ridge Rock Festival and meeting the many thousands of awesome staff and fans that came with it. I can't predict the future, but sometime in the future, we'll try again. So in the case of Blue Ridge Rock Festival being held at the Virginia International Raceway, according to VIR, no comment. They did not confirm or deny that it was happening there. Based on their wording, they may be trying to just stay out of it for now. I'm not sure. But as the article said, the Halifax County in Virginia has claimed that they have not had permits or been a part of any discussions about having Blue Ridge Rock Festival in Halifax County again. So 6 months away from this festival happening, if they don't have permits put in yet, not a good sign. Sorry, VPR in chat just said, to be fair, they didn't apply for 2023 until June 2023 either. That's crazy because that's not a lot of time. If you look at this schedule on the VIR website, they have track days going on until September 1st. And before that, they have an event going on. You're talking about finishing an event, a race event on September 1st and having 3 days to turn over those grounds and the track and everything to get ready for a festival that size. Dude, I'd go as far as saying that's an impossible task. The other big thing that is a red flag is that there have been no bans announced. Now, to be fair, as we've talked about before, there are festivals that will put pre-sale tickets available and passes available without having a band lineup. But these are usually festivals that have stellar reputations, like your Wacken over in Europe, and I mean, like Rock am Ring, Rock am Park, Download, all the Danny Wimmer festivals in the US do that stuff too. Now, here's the next part of insider information. Or not insider information, but journalism. Last night, I reached out to about 5 different booking agents in the US that I know very well. Now, I will say they asked for anonymity. They didn't want their names brought up. So I guess in a legal sense, everything I'm about to tell you is kind of hearsay. I asked them, do you have any bands that you are booking for Blue Ridge this year? And I'm talking about people that would be booking major headlining bands and even smaller ones and stuff like that too. One of them, only one of them, said that they have even heard from somebody at Blue Ridge about any interest in their bands being there. The rest of them have said they have had no offers whatsoever on their desks, and all of them had said they would not send any of their bands there. That tells you something, dude. If there are major booking agents in North America that aren't even going to entertain offers if they get them for this, that is a massive red flag. Massive, massive, massive red flag. If we look at their festival passes again, there are some price brackets that are struck out, dude. That means that people are buying tickets to this. Now, this is just the festival passes. You can see, like, dude, I mean, some of these 4-day Rockstar pass, anywhere between $1,600 and $1,900. General admission is $200 to $300. But let's look at like the camping passes. Camping passes are bonkers. Even this one. The lowest tier glamping site camping pass is struck out. Premium tent campsite struck out. RV campsite struck out. This either means that people have actually bought it and sold out those levels, or they've just done that to make it look like it's selling. I cannot confirm either one. Wait, Simno just said if you look at the first bullet point, it's time-based? What? Oh, okay. Simno, thank you for bringing that up in chat. What is the difference between price levels? There is no difference in price levels other than cost. The earlier you buy or even just start a payment plan, the cheaper their price will be. Okay. So people aren't selling those out. They've just gotten rid of the prices because so much time has passed. That makes a lot more sense. But I will stand by my statement on I think people are buying tickets for this. I actually do think there's people out there that are probably buying tickets for this. But anyways, now that we've got all of the stuff laid out that I wanted to, I'll give you my actual opinion based on all the facts that we have. Multiple lawsuits, a pattern of these things going wrong, the Virginia International Raceway not wanting to comment on whether it's happening there, the Halifax County office saying that they haven't been involved in any planning or issued permits, agents telling me they've had no offers and they will not book their bands there. I don't think this is happening. I do not think that this festival is going to go off this year. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, assuming I'm correct, which I don't like to do, but just for the sake of the argument, assuming I'm correct, why announce and sell tickets? I've been thinking about this all day. Why would you announce the festival and sell tickets if there's no way you know it's going to happen? Phoenix in chat just says refunds for 23. That was my first initial thought. Could they be trying to pre-sale tickets for 2024 so that they can issue refunds for 2023? The problem with that then is that where's your money from 2024? Unless they have a good insurance policy in place that if they canceled, they would get the money for 2024. However, as somebody just brought up in chat, that is fraud. This whole situation to me is so crazy. Miss Crackwood just brought up, and I saw a couple other people bring it up too, and this does seem like a logical answer to me. They could be planning to use the money from pre-sales this year to pay back refunds for last year, although I think that's doubtful. And then purpose-driven events files for bankruptcy. Whoa, hold on. I just got a new article sent in by Got Gouda in chat. The Blue Ridge Rock Festival organizers say they are not currently selling tickets for a festival in 2024, despite the option to pre-order tickets on its website. Organizers told us the festival's website has not been updated since before the 2023 festival took place, and they are working to provide a resolution to fans. They said, quote, tickets for 2024 are not currently on sale and have not been for several months while we work to provide a resolution to 2023 fans. Blue Ridge Rock Fest executive producer Kara Fisher said in a statement, the festival follows the lead and direction of multiple distinguished insurance law firms and a public adjuster concerning public statements. As much as doing so has crippled us publicly, we have been informed that we have acted by the book in accordance with the event's insurance policy and anticipate a positive resolution soon. Please know that we are committed to delivering a great experience for our fans and supported in 2024 and beyond. Whoa! Bombshell. We've also learned that Blue Ridge Rock Festival has settled one of its 3 active lawsuits. Its parent company, Purpose Driven Events, LLC, will now pay North Carolina rental business Sunbelt Rentals $669,092.81 for not fully paying for equipment from the 2002 festival. This festival has no money, dude. This is not happening. This is absolutely not happening. And I actually, now the more and more we sit here and talk about this, I think Purpose Driven Events is going to file for bankruptcy. Here's what bumps me in the noggin about this one. Miss Kara Fisher says that the website is currently in error. It should not be selling tickets because the website has not been updated. If the website hasn't been updated, why the f does it say 2024? And why does it say our most outrageous lineup to date? It probably said that back in 2023, honestly, when they started selling tickets. But come on, it's been fucking months. It's been 6 months. If you know that your website is incorrectly selling tickets, you can take the website down. Somebody just said if you click buy now, it says it won't even work. F it. Let's put this to rest right now. What's the cheapest thing I can fucking buy right now? Let's buy a family quiet zone campsite. Okay. Not on sale. It does say not on sale. All right. So that is debunked. So they are not selling tickets. But as Tarantula just brought up in chat, the question is, has pre-order worked at some point? On eTix, it does have everything updated to say 2024. It says Blue Ridge Rock Fest 2024, new for 2024. Kitty Cat in chat just said, I lost $200 because it let me cancel the 2024 tickets, but they won't refund what was paid. Really? Do you have proof of this? Not that I don't believe you at face value, but like if we're gonna bring that up, if we're gonna accuse them of already selling and not refunding, I don't know, man. This whole thing is crazy enough to me to honestly, as I said earlier when we weren't recording, legally I cannot accuse this of being a scam because that is slander and libel. But as we said before, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, quacks like a duck, this whole thing reeks to me. But anyways, guys, this has been a long video and a lot of stuff that I know a lot of people can consider we needed a tinfoil hat for, but I tried to bring you the things that I've found. I've tried to bring you the things that are out there already so you can kind of make up your mind about this. But I feel like based on everybody in chat, I feel like everybody already has their mind made up about this. From me, personally, as someone who works in the music industry, as someone who tours with bands, as someone who experienced Blue Ridge Rock Fest 2023, I implore you, do not buy tickets to this event it winds up that they are putting an event on. Do not support this organization. Because again, I experienced it firsthand. And I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking I've got a lot of emotions invested in it and it seems personal. It kind of does feel personal. I saw how they ran this. I saw how they treated bands. I saw how they treated fans. They didn't give a about the people that were there, dude. There were severe safety and health issues at Blue Ridge Rock Festival, and they could not care less about any of it. I honestly hope that we get an official announcement that this festival is just gone and buried in the next couple months, because this has got to be one of the worst piles of shits I've ever worked at and attended in my entire life. That's just how I feel. That's just me being honest. Like I said, you guys can make up your own mind. To be fair, I've seen people that legitimately said they have had a great time at every Blue Ridge Rock Festival they've gone to. Now, I have seen them back that up with that tough guy mentality of, yeah, it's a music festival. What do you expect it to be? All 5-star hotel and glitz and glamour? Suck it up, buttercup. Yeah, it's going to be tough and hot and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure. Cool, dude. I get it. Music festivals are not really glamorous, but there's a certain line that gets crossed when it becomes unsafe and just not manageable. And that's what happened. But anyways, guys, this has been a super long video. I believe that right now while filming this, this is the most people I've ever had in a stream on Twitch ever since I've started doing this. So to the almost 700 of you that are in here, thank you so very much for being here. I can't thank you enough. We're going to wrap this one up, but yeah, I mean, I feel like this is going to be a never ending story again. If we get more information, we might do a new video again, but I'm going on tour again at the start of May and I'm going to be focused on that. At some point, I'm just not going to care what's going on anymore. But we're going to be doing some real festivals, some Danny Wimmer Presents festivals, which I'm stoked about. But again, to everybody on Twitch, thank you so much for being here. If anybody's watching on YouTube later and you'd like to join us on Twitch for these live streams, you can go to twitch.tv/TankTheTech. I'm on a bunch of different social media. I'm pretty active on Instagram and stuff like that. But that's about going to wrap it up there. So wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all, and I will be back very soon.